Hi, I'm going to be talking about headaches and how to get rid of them here. But let's call this Changing the Attitudes segment 9. Okay, and I'm going to remind you, if you haven't read it before or seen it before, I wrote 2 books, both called Witness to Health Changing Attitudes. I'm the witness. I'm the one that sees an attitude causing somebody an ailment, and then I see the ailment disappear when the person follows my instructions. And of course I witness this. That's why the title. The book is waiting at the publishers. At least volume 1 is. Volume 2 is ready to go to the publisher as soon as the volume 1 is printed and published. And when it is, it'll be about 6 by 9 size at this time of working on it at the moment. That's what they think. What I printed out was an 8.5 by 11 inch book, which, as I said, is a draft. It's something that I could look at to say, do I need to change anything? Okay, now about headaches, which people will get now and then, and to correct it, they'll use a painkiller to hopefully make it go away. I heard a long time ago a neurologist say to a radio host, that headaches just get worse and eventually they become serious. And he mentioned that they're not curable, which I know is baloney. I corrected my own headaches years ago and haven't had a headache in centuries. No, decades. Yeah. And I've helped other people remove their headaches, never to have them again. So there's things that can be done. There are things that can be done to prevent headaches. But let me ask you at this moment to consider your forehead. Think of your forehead. Now tighten those muscles on the forehead. Tighten them. And when you tighten them, you'll see your ears actually move a bit. So when a person has a headache, and it doesn't matter if it's the forehead, the temple, or the back, that pain is on the outside of the skull. Now I know headaches for some people feel like they're on the inside of the skull, but what's in there? Next to the inside of the skull is a jelly, and that jelly is to protect the brain if there's any movement. Okay, so there's nothing there to feel pain. Jelly doesn't feel pain at all. So what's causing the pain? Well, I'll tell you this. Like a drum skin, when you play on a drum, that skin is tight. Well, when you get a headache, it's a tightening of the forehead muscles that pull on the skull skin. And it's that pulling and stretching of the skin of the skull that gives the pain. It's no pain inside the head. It all has to do with the skin. So what I tell you and I tell others, when a headache is arriving, which you want to say to it, don't come here, but if it arrives, concentrate on your forehead muscles. Think of them as relaxing, and you demand them to relax. Forehead muscles, relax. Relax. Relax right now. Now, that may work right away. May not. It may take a bit of time, 5 minutes, 4 minutes of thinking of this. But eventually the headache will go away. You don't need painkillers. You want to rely on painkillers. You'll need to do that for the rest of your life to deal with the occasional headache, and that's not practical. So what I suggest you do is next time there's a headache, you do the same thing. You can concentrate on the forehead muscles. They're what gets tight. They are the ones that get tight. There are no muscles at the back of the head. There's down your neck, but that has nothing to do with the skull. You have no muscles at the temples. So what's getting the headache? The skin itself is being stretched. So the second time, if you have a second time headache, you again use that comment to the forehead muscles. Forehead muscles, relax. Relax right now. Relax. I'm telling you, relax. You'll find by the third or fourth headache that it relaxes faster. And by the fifth or sixth or seventh headache, if you have any more, the headache will go away quickly. And I also suggest that you also practice relaxing your forehead muscles between periods of headaches to get that thought into your mind so the cells of the body are listening and understanding. So now you do this and religiously, and a few weeks or a month or so, you will never have a headache again. Never. Like later on, if you start to feel the headache coming, you say, get out of here, go on, headache disappear. And it will. I'm telling you from time to time that our body cells do listen to our instructions and our beliefs and our attitudes. So that's why we have to be captain of our own ship and make sure our crew isn't doing things that it doesn't need to be doing. Okay? So let me know how you manage with any potential headache you might end up with. And take it into your own hands to deal with it. It takes a bit of time. But isn't that time better than spending a lifetime with painkillers to deal with headaches? And migraine, of course, that neurologist said that headaches eventually grow into become migraine headaches. And when the host asked, well, can any of that be stopped and corrected and prevented? The neurologist thought for a few seconds and then said no. And when I heard that, I tried to punch the radio. I said, that's baloney. Baloney. That's baloney. It is, because headaches can be corrected. Believe me. All the best. Bye-bye.